The world knew Elizabeth Montgomery as Samantha Stevens. With a twitch of her nose, she made magic happen on Bewitched. She was a dazzling, funny housewife. But off camera, her life was anything but charming. She was locked in a private hell of control and abuse. She endured 4 tumultuous marriages. The truth of her private life was far darker than any spell could fix. What was the ultimate price for that magical smile? Elizabeth's upbringing was steeped in Hollywood royalty. Her father was the legendary actor Robert Montgomery. He was charming on screen, but cold and emotionally distant at home. He constantly scrutinized Elizabeth's career choices. He famously disapproved of Bewitched, calling it trash. This early dynamic established a pattern. Elizabeth spent her life seeking validation. She repeatedly chose powerful, controlling men. Her first 3 marriages ended quickly, failing to provide the security she craved. She was desperate to escape her father's shadow, but kept walking into controlling relationships. In 1963, she met William Asher, a director. He was charismatic and commanding. He would become her 4th husband and the director of her new series, Bewitched. The show, which premiered in 1964, was an instant smash. Elizabeth was finally a huge star. But Asher's control extended far beyond the set. He directed her scenes. He controlled the scripts. He was jealous of her success. The lines between the personal and professional blurred dangerously. Asher, it is widely reported, became possessive and verbally abusive. The tension was palpable on set. Cast members saw the emotional turmoil. The domestic bliss shown on television was a cruel contrast to her reality. Little did the viewers know, while she was twitching her nose for comedy, her real-life marriage was slowly dissolving into a toxic battleground. The magical facade was crumbling. Could she ever escape a relationship that also controlled her multi-million-dollar career? The crisis peaked around 1971. Elizabeth, exhausted and emotionally shattered, made a decisive choice. She forced a separation from Asher. This was not just a divorce. It was a career coup. She was finally reclaiming ownership of her work and life. The final 2 seasons of Bewitched became tense and strained. Asher, still directing, made the atmosphere unbearable. When the series finally ended in 1972, Elizabeth was determined. She refused to be typecast by the role or defined by the man who tried to control her. She was free of both her father's disapproval and her husband's domination. The price of her freedom was walking away from the biggest TV show in the world. After Bewitched ended, Elizabeth deliberately chose dark, challenging roles. She starred in critically acclaimed TV movies. She played victims of abuse, murderers, and complex women. She was actively erasing Samantha Stevens. She found true peace with her 5th and final partner, Robert Foxworth. They were together for over 20 years until her death. Elizabeth finally found a relationship defined by respect, not control. She passed away tragically in 1995 from colorectal cancer. Her legacy is one of resilience. She was a woman who twitched her nose at convention,